Hey everyone, it's ASMR by B, and today I want to do a relaxing book chat with you guys. So I hope you're ready to settle in for some great book tea. I'm going to be talking about a mix of two things. So the books that I've been reading recently. I have a handful of books that I'm going to tell you about, no spoilers, and I'm also going to rate them, so I'll let you know what I thought about them out of 5. And then I recently bought quite a few books at the bookstore, so I will let you know about my recent book purchases. In case you didn't notice, I put some lipstick on. I thought I would try and look cute because my hair is a greasy mess. So I had to compensate for that somewhere. But I just want to have a little kind of like intro chat before we start talking about books. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a pretty avid reader. I mostly read like contemporary romance and a little bit of fantasy, but the fantasy is normally like romance heavy fantasy. So those are my two main genres that I really enjoy reading. I will read other stuff as well. I do enjoy like the occasional nonfiction. I think over the years I've tried to like force myself to like nonfiction, like unsuccessfully. I haven't quite been successful in making myself enjoy nonfiction, but I do read it here and there. I just know I'm gonna have lipstick on my teeth at some point during this video, so please don't even point it out to me because I just know what's gonna happen. So yeah, I do like romance. I will warn you, I like my romance on the spicier side, and it's hard to gauge what people's expectations are of that content in books. So like something that I might rate like a 1 on the spicy scale, someone else might think it's a 5. Something I might rate a 1, just to give you like an example, is a book where there's maybe like some scenes, but it's mostly like fade to black. To give you an idea of something that I would classify a little bit spicier, maybe a 4 is, so I've read the entire Sarah Kate like Salacious Players Club series, and if you don't know what that is and you're over the age of 18, go and look it up. It's a very smut heavy series. I'm not even gonna talk about it. Like, I don't even want to give you a synopsis because I don't want this video to get demonetized. It's that spicy. So I read that series. I think there's more coming out of that, and I'm really, really excited for that. Let's just say my parents would be horrified if they actually knew what books I had on my shelf. I'm trying to think, like, so if you're a fan of Sarah J Maas, like the first 3 ACOTAR books would fall somewhere like between a 1 and a 2, and I know that like ACOMAF it's got chapter 55 in it, like it's pretty explicit I think, but it's definitely a lot more toned down from the stuff I normally read. Anyways, I just want to give you an idea. going in of what my romance novel reading is like. And I do read some cute, fluffy stuff, but I prefer them to be spicy. I just want to give you that disclaimer so that you're not going and checking out these book racks and you're like, what is she recommending to me? So, yeah. Let me know in the comments what you like to read, if you're currently reading a book, if you've got something exciting on your TBR, if you there's a new release coming up that you want to read. And let me know if you read spice, like what you would say is the spiciest book you've read. Tell me in the comments. So I'm gonna grab my books and then we're gonna go over my 3 recent, I guess 4 because I just started a new one, my 4 recent reads and then my recent purchases that I've made. So this is one that I've just finished. So my most recent read is Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. So I will rate this book a 3, I think, and I will tell you why. So I did like it. I think I read it in one day. So I started it in the morning, and then I was finished it by the end of the day. And so it definitely captured my attention. Any book that I can read like that in such a short amount of time has a great premise, and it did. It had a really great premise. Where I found it was lacking was with the main character. And our main character is Annie, and I just didn't love her character. I think it could have been done a lot better. I was much more interested, and I liked our love interest a lot better than our main character, and I wish that I liked them both equally. But unfortunately, he was a lot more interesting, and frankly, she was a little bit annoying. But that's okay. And I will tell you my biggest, I don't know if pet peeve is the right word, but my biggest complaint about this book, and I want to preface this by saying, like, I did like this book, and I would recommend it. However, I went into it, and it was a very slow burn romance. And when I tell you, I read 300 pages just to get to the scene. 300 pages of slow burn, and it was Fade to Black. And I talked to one of my reader friends who also read this, and she said she knew going in that it was Fade to Black. I did not. So that's the reasoning for my relatively low rating. I'm pretty generous with my ratings. Like, I was tempted just to be like, okay, I'll give it 5 stars. I give a lot of books 5 stars that probably don't necessarily warrant it. And I feel like I've gotten more critical with my ratings the more that I've read and the more that I've been involved in like the book Instagram and book talk and booktube community. So yeah, I'm gonna give this 3 stars, 3.5 maybe. It wasn't awful. Could have been better. Could have had smut. So I would highly recommend checking out the not Google, Goodreads reviews if you haven't. Also, like, so here's the thing. It really depends on the type of book you like to read. It's kind of a bodyguard romance, but he's not her bodyguard. He's just a bodyguard. So, he's got tattoos also. I really, really liked him as a love interest. I just didn't like her so much. Which is really disappointing because I actually, like, I want to like the female main characters. I don't want to hate on them, but I did. I didn't hate her, but I didn't love her. Anyways, okay. So that's my thoughts on Practice Makes Perfect. I just bought this the other day, actually. They have a note on the back that says, find your next great read and get the latest on our books authors. Sign up for the Random House newsletter at randomhousebooks.com. And this was $23 Canadian. And this was $23 Canadian in case you're curious. I have a Plum Plus membership, so I get 10% off all my books that I buy. It's great if you frequent Indigo or Chapters like I do, because I spend way too much money there. So it pays for itself for me, like many, many times over. So I'm just gonna put this over here, and then I'm gonna grab my next read. Now, this one is a little bit of a wild card for me. I do not read mystery, ever. This may very well be the first mystery I've ever read. And I don't actually know what genre this falls under. Maybe it'll say in the book. Let's take a gander here. So this is a first edition copy. Not that matters, but I pre-ordered it. And I pre-ordered it, I think, in February, and I just got around to reading it a few days ago. I'm just trying to find the genre in here. I don't think they have it. It's kind of like a thriller, suspense. Let me see what this says. Psychological thriller. Okay, I was gonna call it a psychological thriller, and then I was like, I don't know if it is. That's what they call it on the back, is a psychological thriller. I'm gonna give this one a 3 also, and I'll tell you why. So, this book was really exciting to me because I am a writer and I love reading books about writers. And the writing retreat just sounded like, that's the perfect setting. That's amazing. By the time I got to the book, because I had pre-ordered it months ago, by the time I read it, I forgot that it was a thriller or like a psychological thriller. And I went into this thinking that it was gonna be like women's fiction. Like, it was gonna be like I don't know what I thought, but when I started reading, I remembered, oh yeah, it's a thriller. So, again, the premise was good. The writing wasn't awesome. I think this is a debut novel though, and writers get better the more novels they put out, right? Naturally. And so this was a little rough around the edges in my opinion. Also, don't take this like I hate all books. I don't. I just want to give you a critical review. So basically, again, no spoilers. These people, 4 or 5 women, they go on a writing retreat up in the mountains. It's a month-long writing retreat, and it's with their favorite author. And they think it's just gonna be all fun and games, and it really isn't. The plot twists in this story are pretty crazy. It's definitely not a heartfelt tale. It is gruesome and scary. I was reading this like in bed with my phone flashlight while I was waiting for my boyfriend to get ready for bed, and like it was sketchy. It really screws with your mind. But it's really funny because I said I like reading smut, and I do, but there's a time and place for it. And this book wasn't the time or place for it. And they had this weird sexual theme, sexual undertone. And it was really odd to me. It's very odd. It didn't fit. It was almost like a plot line that was edited out from an earlier draft, and then like pieces of it got left in. It was disjointed. It didn't make sense, and it was uncomfortable. I didn't like it at all, but the rest of the story was great. So 3 stars for this. Again, if you want to know more, go check it out on Goodreads. People leave amazing reviews, and they're very informative. This is an interesting cover. These letters are kind of like smooth and like almost like dried paint. No, that's not right. And then the cover is like rough. I love this cover, by the way. It's amazing. Also, I definitely thought I ordered a hardcover of this. This is definitely not a hardcover. That did not affect my review of the book, though. Okay, so my third recent read is Pucked by Helena Hunting. And as you might be able to tell by the cover, this is definitely spicy. It's an NHL. It's a hockey romance. He's an NHL player. And as you can see, I'm not quite finished. I think I read this on Kindle Unlimited, and then I bought the hard copy. So I have finished it. I just didn't finish the hard copy. Like, I've read it twice. Where do I start with this? I'm gonna give it a 4, and I think that's being generous. I'm gonna start off by saying the writing is atrocious. It's terrible. It's terrible. But the story was good. It's a light, fluffy, like, I don't go into this expecting anything great. And I know this author, I know her work, and I know that her writing style is not my favorite. But it was enjoyable. I like the plot. So basically, Violet is the main character. She works for her dad as like an accountant or something, like managing sports accounts. And she starts dating someone. Her dad noticed her dad manage a hockey team. I don't know. She somehow meets, her brother is an NHL player, and she starts sleeping with one of his teammates, and the story ensues from there. I don't know. It's funny because I want to like tell you guys a little bit about why I'm giving it a 4, but I don't even really know. It was enjoyable to read, but it's a hot mess, and I want to like tell you some stuff about it, but I literally can't, and I can't censor in ASMR unless I just like not bleep it out, but unless I just like mute myself. I wonder if I can do that. She's a nickname for his, and it's so cringy and so embarrassing, and I don't know it. Anyways, but it's a hockey romance. I like hockey romances, so it kind of automatically gets a little bit better of a review. But the writing quality is not good. It's trash. But if you like stuff like this, then you'll like it. What was the spice content in here? Like maybe like a 2.5, 3. Like I can't quite remember. It's really cool though. Oh sorry, I'm not gonna show you that one. Okay. It's cute. The chapter headers are hockey pucks. I think that's really fun. Anyways, yeah. So that's, what did I say? I gave it a 4. Oh man, I think a 3.5. I don't know. It's a whole series though, like pucked over, puck me secretly. I don't know. But I only have one right now. I don't know. I don't know if I can stand to read the rest. So, oh yeah, I guess I have another book in progress. I read a lot of books at one time. Don't at me. Okay. So, this is another book about a writer. Shocking, I know. It's called Just My Type by Fallon Ballard. And I just started this one. This is my like pool read. And it is, so Helena Parker is the main character, and Seth Carson is her ex, and he takes an assignment at her website. She like is a columnist for a website, and I'm assuming they're gonna rekindle their romance. I've only read like a tiny bit of this, so I don't really have a review yet. It is well written, I think. I am enjoying it so far, and I really love the cover. I'm a sucker for these covers, and I love purple. Purple is my favorite color. I want to give you guys some good like page turning noises, but I feel like it never sounds good when I do it. I don't know. So that is one that I'm reading. It's been on my TBR for a long time. I haven't gotten around to reading it, but so naturally, with my TBR being like 50 books long, of course I'm still buying new books. I think I've said this in some other videos, but I feel like reading books and buying books are two different hobbies. And so I'm like part reader, part book collector, because I buy books even that I know I'm never gonna read. This is just a fun segue. I'm not a big Lord of the Rings fan. I never have been. I probably never will be. And Lord, I have tried. But I got a huge Lord of the Rings omnibus that has the first three, or the three main books in the series, I think. And it was like $90. It has sprayed edges. It came with like a hand-drawn map by Tolkien. It's beautiful. It's honestly, like, it's one of the most gorgeous books that I own, but I don't think I'll ever read it, and that's okay because it's a collectible for me. So yeah, that's probably like the most expensive book that I have in my collection, I think. $90. I don't know if that was pre-tax or after tax. I can't quite remember. But yeah, super expensive. Super expensive. So, anyways, on that note, let me show you the books that I just bought. So there are 3 of them, and this is one that I just started. And another fun fact about me is that I just pick up books on a complete whim. So I didn't do any research. I didn't look at any reviews. I went into this completely blind. I just went into the bookstore and pulled them off the shelf, basically based on the cover and a brief view of the synopsis. And so this is the book Proposal by K.L. Michich. I have no idea how to say that. I tried. And this, right now, as it's, like, I'm only 20 pages in, maybe. Let's see. I'm 37 pages in, and it's a very tough read. I started the book, and I read the first couple chapters. It's a dual point of view between our main character and her love interest, and I was so lost. I legitimately thought that my book maybe was missing like a whole chapter or an epilogue or prologue or something, because I was so confused. But I think that's just how the book is written. So, being confused, I went to Goodreads and I was looking at reviews. That's a lot more. So I went to Goodreads and I was looking at the reviews because I was like, there's no way that I'm this dumb. And I didn't really find anything to corroborate that I wasn't dumb, but they did say that the character sharts herself in the first 9% of the book. And I was like, no, that can't be true. I was like, that can't be true. Like, I'm 9% in. Did I just, like, block that out of my mind? No, I just hadn't gone there yet. It's true. It happens. I don't know. I'm not having a great time with this one. I don't think it's for me, which is so unfortunate, because I love books about writers, and this is a book about a writer. But we just, like, skipped over so much information in the beginning. It was very discombobulated, confusing. I'm gonna try and get through it because I spent $23 on it, but no, $26. But I'm not having a good time. I will finish it, but I will not enjoy it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm hoping it'll get better, but you never know. I was hoping to see if this was the author's debut, but I'm not sure. Who was this printed by? Source books. Yeah, anyways, just like questionable, not great. That's kind of that's all I have to say. I don't know. So I'm gonna show you my bookmark though. I got this. I think it's really cute. Just says book lover, and it's got like a cute little definition. It says, a person devoted to reading, one who would rather stay inside and read than go outside and play, someone who gets lost in a story and loves to dream with open eyes. I think it's super cute. So that's one recent purchase. And by recent, I literally mean like 2 days ago. Maybe Saturday. Sunday. I think it was Sunday. So the next one I haven't started. And it is a romance, as you can probably gather. And it's called The Bodyguard by... This is mirrored. So is it Catherine Center? Is that what it says? Yeah. It says New York Times best-selling author. So I can take comfort in that. So the female main character. Okay, so she's the bodyguard in this one, which is, I mean, it's different because the guy's usually the bodyguard. Oh, is she his bodyguard? I think that sounds great. Okay, so then there's one left. It looks adorable. It's called Love Light Farms by KB Borison. Yeah. And sounds like it's a little bit Christmassy, which is fine. Christmas in July. I think it's gonna be really cute. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know much about it. In an effort to save the Christmas tree farm she's loved since she was a kid, Stella enters a contest with Instagram famous influencer Evelyn St. James. With added publicity and a $100,000 cash prize, she might be able to save the farm from its financial woes. And she said she owns it with her boyfriend. Oh, I think this is Best Friends to Lovers. Best Friends to Lovers. I love Best Friends to Lovers. It's my favorite. So, without further ado, I think I'm gonna end the video. I would love it if you would like and subscribe so that you can see my videos every week, 2 times a week. And I will see you in the next one.